Hey guys, what is going on? This is Carnivore5, and today I have a roster update video for you guys. I know this is a couple days old, sorry. Unfortunately could not do this video a couple days ago, but I wanted to go ahead and make one nonetheless and go over some roster updates with you guys, as well as I want to announce that I think I will start to do roster predictions, but I'm going to do it through my Twitch channel. So if you guys are interested in seeing roster predictions, I now have a sub button on Twitch, so I'm going to offer that as a sub benefit. I think I'll do it probably not every week, but maybe every 2 weeks, as well as like an advanced in-depth tip tutorial or video the other week. So that's the plan for right now. So I'll definitely keep you guys informed as I make my final decision, but it's looking like I'm probably going to end up doing that for sub benefits only on Twitch. And the reason I'm going to go ahead and do that is because I find it kind of pointless to do roster predictions publicly. Say they get 10,000 views, all it really does is screw up the market, and it really doesn't allow you to invest. So sub benefits, only a few hundred people are going to see it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started on this roster prediction, go over some notables. Not going to go over everybody, and we're going to do some other videos for the patch, the update, and the player of the month cards and all that stuff. So those will be in videos as well, separate videos. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. For starting pitchers, nothing real too crazy on this first page. Well, Jeff Hoffman, I know for Colorado, I guess they just recently called him up. I don't really know too much about him, but he has 26 strikeouts with 2 walks, so that's fantastic. For some reason, the Colorado Rockies pitchers are all doing fantastic. I don't really understand what's going on. The humidor's back or what, I don't know, but they're having a fantastic year. Chase Anderson, Jimmy Nelson, both +5s. See, Sean Manaea, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I know this guy is definitely got a lot of potential though. Lefty that can throw hard. Let's see. I know who you guys are wanting to get to here. Stevenson, Dan Straley is okay. Dylan G. Danny Salazar went back to starting pitcher, so he never really changed. I guess he went to reliever. I don't know why. Dallas Keuchel. So alright, so this is one of the diamonds this week, or one of the golds that became a diamond, I guess you could say. Not really surprised by this. I thought it was taking him a little bit longer than expected. I think it's because they already have a diamond Keuchel. I don't know if that was an incentive to keep this card a gold. I'm not sure, but he does become a diamond. And messed around a little bit on on my Twitch stream. We were doing some roster predictions, so really not too surprised. Honestly, I think he should be a tad higher. His hits per 9 is like just phenomenal this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if he still goes up a little bit. The question is if he's going to keep this up. I mean, he'll be a good pitcher all year, I think, but I don't know if he'll keep up the crazy hits per 9. The strikeouts are a lot better this year as well. They got a +2. Zach Wheeler from the Mets went up +2. Zach Greinke, the other diamond. Unfortunately, if you guys invested in Keuchel or Greinke, you're probably not going to get too much out of it. But they both did become a diamond, unless you guys bought them a long time ago. And again, that's why roster prediction videos are kind of pointless publicly, because you probably end up losing money if you guys invested in the Keuchel, because I think he was higher when he was a gold before he turned diamond. Greinke got a small upgrade to hits per 9 and a +5 to K per 9. He's having a solid year in Arizona. The D-backs are a big surprise this year as well. Let's see here. Carlos Martinez, +1. I know he just threw a complete game shutout the other day, first of his career. I really think he'll become a gold at the end of the year. I may be Cardinals fan in me saying that, but he's got too good of a stuff not to be a gold in my opinion. He kind of reminds me of like Salazar or Carrasco, but obviously I think Salazar's a silver too. But I really do think Martinez is going to step up and be the ace of the staff. Let's see here. I don't know really what's changed. I don't really know what's changed. Oh, Chad Kuhl got +26 velocity. Let's see if there's any other change. Okay, look at this. Max Scherzer got a +5 in velocity. Now, that's pretty interesting, actually. I'm actually going to look this up right now to see if this fastball. Alright, so yeah, we looked it up, and I've been talking to SDS about this for a while. They finally did bump up his fastball. It was a 93 base, now it's up to 94. I think that's all they've increased, so that's good. So Scherzer's average fastball velocity this year is 94, like 94.5, 94.3 or something like that. So they bumped it up to the mid-94s. So he's going to be able to hit 95, 96 a lot more consistently. In my opinion, this makes him a much more usable pitcher. Unfortunately, The flashback I don't think was touched, so definitely a small little update there that a lot of people probably did not notice. So I would definitely recommend Scherzer, and also the Scherzer guys. Another reason, I guess I can't pull up his quirks, but he does have the night quirk, so I really like that quirk. Basically minimizes the PCI even more when there's a night game, which is almost always. Let's see. I don't know if there's some new flashbacks here or not. I don't know why they throw these in here. Downgrades. Garrett Cole -2. Not a big surprise there. He's got the stuff, guys. I just don't know. He just doesn't get the strikeouts for whatever reason. So his strikeouts went down. Home runs went down. Jake Arrieta, Lester, Hendricks all got -3s. I mean, I think they slightly overperformed last year. I don't think we were expecting them to be, you know, this mediocre this year, though, the pitching staff. I don't know, especially Arrieta and Lester. Hendricks, I was kind of expecting a downfall. But they all went down 3 points, so not a huge surprise. And in my opinion, guys, Jake Arrieta is probably more valuable now as a gold. I know he lost 4 to hits per 9, but he got +2 to K per 9, so he's striking out more this year. So now is probably the time to get Arrieta since he's a lot cheaper. So I still highly recommend him. Lester, never been a huge fan of. Kyle Hendricks, yeah, I think he just overperformed last year. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. So another potential starting pitcher in that group, Johnny Cueto potentially, but I'll have to look into more of that. Tommy Kahnle. Now this was one of my mentions for my top 10 relievers and closers. He was an honorable mention, so he got a +5. I'm telling you guys, this guy is real. He's legit. He can throw heat. He's got 4 good pitches, and he's off to a fantastic year, striking out a lot, 94 K per 9. The Astros bullpen definitely upgraded. Davinsky finally gets his upgrade from a silver to a gold. I don't know what took him so long. They also need to fix his pitch repertoire. It's all kind of jacked up, but he does have a nasty changeup. Will Harris also got a +9 to walks per 9. The Astros bullpen is just really deep. Let's see if we have any other relievers here. Drew Storen got a +3 to velocity, so I don't know if that means much. I doubt there's many people using the live series. Drew Storen. So I'm not always sure why the people are on this list, because sometimes you don't see anything at all. Some downgrades: Mike Wright, Taylor Rogers. These guys aren't too important. Ryu from the Dodgers went to reliever. I think that's really it. Oh, Ryan Butcher went down a lot, actually. That's kind of a big deal. He was one of my favorite pitchers. His strikeouts is still there. His hits per 9. So really, he's still a good pitcher. Honestly, he's a bronze beast now. His hits per 9 went down a little bit. He's still gonna have the inside edge though, and he's still probably gonna play up here and there. Basically, his per 9s are still pretty much maxed out. His walks per 9 got worse, which who cares? 28 to 22. Like, is that even a big deal? Kyle Barraclough, I think he also overperformed last year. Got a -5. Still got good per 9s. You can just see his whip is way up. He's walking a lot more guys. Just doesn't have the control, and he's giving up a few home runs as well. And Tony Watson dropped 9 points. I mean, he's always been playing down. And this is unfortunate too, because he was one of my favorite lefties. So at this point, his per 9s are pretty much just terrible. I would pretty much deem this pitcher useless now. I mean, he's got a funky delivery and a good sinker, but yeah, that's really bad. Corey Nebel for the Brewers got a +3. And this wasn't a big surprise. 55 strikeouts in 30 innings. He's really doing a fantastic job with the Brewers. And Kelvin Herrera, I had this guy in my top 5. Interesting, but his K per 9 went down a lot. But his hits per 9 went down a lot. But his K per 9 went up +7. He's got better control now, and he lost a ton to his home runs per 9. In my opinion, when he's still playing up, he should still be good. But you guys might want to look at pitchers such as, you know, Rossiel Iglesias, or I don't know, Betances, or I don't know, maybe Nate Jones or Osuna, somebody like that now in those gold tiers. Herrera's a silver now. I don't know, this caper that the hits per 9 is really bad. I don't really care for that. Catchers: Austin Hedges, Remuto, Grandal, Wilson Contreras. Nothing too crazy. Contreras actually got an arm strength boost, which you don't see too often. Grandal got a defensive boost as well. So you can see they are updating some defense for some catchers here. Nothing too crazy though. Downgrades, no downgrades. Let's see, Alonso. Alright, so he got a +5. Now, he does have 17 home runs this year, so it's not a huge surprise. I think he'll kind of stabilize in the silver tier. I know he's off to a great start, but in the past, he really hasn't shown this power, so it'll be interesting to see if he can keep this up. Same for Justin Smoke. He got a +4. Still a bronze, but this would be a nice little BR beast you guys could draft, switch hitter. And he pretty much went up across the board. 16 home runs for the year. Same kind of boat as Alonso, in my opinion. Both of these guys just kind of meh in their career. So curious to see how they'll progress throughout the year. Ryan Zimmerman continues to just have a fantastic year, and SDS rewards him with a gold card now, +4. So 17 home runs for the year. The Nationals are off to a fantastic start. Justin Bour also off to a good start, and he's shown the ability to hit lefties now with 77 power versus lefties. And I know he also got a Player of the Month card, so curious to see if he can keep it up as well. His Player of the Month card is really, really good too. We'll probably go into that in another video. Downgrades: Pujols went down -4, even though he did reach his 600th home run of his career. He's pretty much an all or nothing hitter now, guys. 712 OPS is definitely not worth the salary they're paying him. So it's unfortunate. I think this might be the first time Pujols has been a bronze card. Matt Carpenter went down. He probably had one of the worst stretches in his career. I don't expect him to stay in that 218 range, 220 range. He's starting to hit a little bit better. They moved him back to the leadoff spot, but we'll see. Victor Martinez also lost -5, and he's just getting older, guys, so I'm not a huge surprise here. He's not going to really hit for average like he used to, and he only has 4 home runs. Scooter Gennett +4, pretty much off based off one game. So yeah, interesting here. +4 to contact righties, +16 to power versus righties. He does have 7 home runs for the year, but again, he got 4 in one game. 894 OPS. So curious to see if he keeps that up. Jed Jerko, who honestly he's a third baseman. I don't know why they still have him at second. I think if they moved him to third, he'd be even higher. But he got hitting upgrades across the board. He slowed down a little bit, but he's still he's still getting on base and hitting for average a little bit. So definitely having a solid career. Ryan Schimpf +2, one of my favorite bronze second basemen. Just has absolutely no contact though. He's all power. That's honestly a little ridiculous there. 38-23 contact with 86-81 power. I mean, this guy is like Adam Dunn playing second base. 150 average. That's insane. Josh Harrison. He's on the verge of becoming gold, so definitely keep an eye on him, guys. 7 home runs, 19 ribbies, 871 OPS. He did lose 3 contact to lefties, but everything else got upgrades. No other second baseman. Third base, Travis Shaw. Again, the Brewers' offense is just hot. It's pretty much keeping them in first place right now, so curious to see if they can keep it up. But Travis Shaw went from Boston to Milwaukee this year, having a solid career. 10 home runs, 41 ribbies, 874 OPS. They rewarded him hitting attributes to or contact and power versus righties. Mike Moustakas +4, hitting righties really well. His contact versus lefties went down. Ryan Healy. A lot of these guys are probably going to be more applicable in BR, not really your Diamond Dynasty team, or maybe events down the road. Anthony Rendon +3. Again, the Nationals are just hot. Jake Lamb +2. His splits versus righties got even better. And we had a couple downgrades, Franco and Todd Frazier, so not a huge surprise. Frazier is just not getting on base, not really hitting for average. He still has 10 home runs, so you can see he went down in contact and vision. We're moving to shortstop, +5 for Jed Lowry. He's having a solid career, hitting for a little bit more contact, 294 average. Got a +17 contact for righties. Elvis Andrus having a solid little year as well, 775 OPS, 296 average. Zach Cozart. This is also not a huge surprise. If he keeps it up, he might be able to have the chance to go gold. He got hitting upgrades across the board. However, they did take away his vision and discipline, or his vision. I think if they didn't take away his vision, he might be on the borderline of a gold. So right now he's an 83. Carlos Correa, of course, we'll see him in the Player of the Month cards when we go over him. He's having a fantastic year, 12 home runs. I mean, he kind of had a sophomore slump, but he still had a good year last year. So not a huge surprise. And honestly, I think Correa and Seager can be compared throughout their careers. But I think Correa's having a better year than Seager. And I honestly thought Seager was going to get downgraded to an 89, 88, but he hasn't yet. So we'll see if he can kind of rebound out of this. I wouldn't say he's in a hitting slump. I just don't think he'll hit 330 or whatever he did versus righties last year, where he has 98 contacts in the game. So curious to see how quickly they'll downgrade him if he deserves it. But Correa, 89, so he could potentially become a diamond down the road. Jonathan VR just not having a good year. Still has 6 home runs, but the on base and average is not there. Alcides Escobar just aging, not doing very well. He lost a lot of attributes. Corey Dickerson +1. Contact versus righties and lefties went up. Vision went up. Discipline actually went down a little bit. Kind of surprised. I'm surprised they even mess with discipline honestly that much, but again, I think they do that to try to keep players out of the next tier, and so he's still 2 away from gold. And that's it for left fielder. Oh no, Alex Gordon went down -4, so the Royals are getting all kind of downgrades. 183 average. Kind of speaks for itself there. All right, noticeable center fielders here. I would go with George Springer. Again, the Astros are just best team in baseball right now. I mean, in my opinion, he got hitting upgrades all across the board. Lost a little bit in discipline, so definitely keep an eye on him. Maybe he'll go diamond. I don't know. Might be somewhat of a stretch if Springer can go diamond. And finally, we have right fielder Santana +5 for the Brewers. Again, they're hitting. Renfroe, Steven Souza Jr., Mitch Haniger, of course, he has one of the Player of the Month cards, and Cargo went down -2. So that's going to be it for the roster update. Again, guys, if you're interested in seeing my roster predictions, I think I'm going to do them every 2 weeks, so definitely make sure you're following me on Twitch and watching my live streams, which we'll either stream tonight or maybe tomorrow. I'll put out a notification on Twitter and YouTube, so make sure you guys are subbed to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the video. This is Carnal Bird 5 signing out.